That, as far as I can remember, is Pete Seeger's tune, Living in the Country, which I think I learned how to play that when I was in my teens somehow. In high school, I had a friend who knew this tune and taught it to me. Pete Seeger just passed away, and he was just one of the greatest people there ever was. He did more for ecology. He helped clean up the Hudson River just by playing concerts on this sloop that he bought, this boat that he would sail up and down the river on, and got legislators to pass Clean Water Acts that made the Hudson River a place that fish could swim in again, and maybe even people could swim in. Just for that alone, New York ought to erect a statue to him. But, oh boy, there's so much more. He was just a wonderful spirit. I first heard him live when I was about 12 years old. I was at summer camp in New York, and we rode in the back of an open truck to a theater in Connecticut, and Pete was pulling up with, I think, his grandson in a pickup truck, and he had the banjo in the back and a canoe, and we waved to him, and he waved back to us. And I just remember that he was a real folk singer. I mean, he could get you singing along and not feel self-conscious, and he would sing high harmony parts and just played with this sense of true joy, whatever he was doing. This wonderful energy came through. And so I'm very, very sad to hear that he passed. I did get to play with him indirectly in our modern age of overdubbing. Paul Winter produced an album called Pete. That was a beautiful record that had a big variety of things that he did. And he recorded Pete playing solo on banjo, singing an old spiritual called In the Evening when the sun goes down. And he got this gospel choir to sing along as an overdub. And then he put on a bass player and a drummer, very excellent players who were friends of mine. And Paul called me up, Paul Winter, and he said, "Howard, this song is just missing one thing. I'd love to hear your harmonica on it." And so he sent me whatever digital medium we were using at the time. I think it was for an ADAT, which was an 8mm videotape, or VHS videotape, that's right. And I got it to my house, and I was all excited about playing with Pete Seeger, and I stood up. I like to stand when I record. And I stood up, and I said, "Oh, this is going to be great." I'm playing, and I realized, boy, this is really too intense. Maybe I ought to sit down. And then I sat down. It was better, but it was still a little too intense, because it was very deep and soulful music. So maybe I ought to turn the lights down a little bit. I'm engineering for myself. I'm hitting the record button. And that was better. I said, I think this needs one more thing. I got some bourbon out of the closet, and I drank a shot, and I played. It was just right, I tell you, one take with bourbon. So anyone who wants to go look through the Pete Seeger discography can find that In the Evening track with me on harp, and I'm very proud that I got to play on a recording with him.